come in. Hi, I'm Steve Sando with Rancho Gordo, and today we're going to make a delicious salsa made out of Cascabel chilies. Cascabels are little rattles. The snake is called a Cascabel. It's a really unusual, easy salsa. It's not very hot, and a lot of us first learned about it from Diana Kennedy in her seminal Cuisines of Mexico cookbook. It's a salsa you can't find a commercial equivalent of, so it's really a smart thing to make a part of your repertoire. Let's go to the kitchen now. So there we have some roasting garlic. You just put it on the paper right on a hot pan and let it roast. It's like the Italians, do it in an oven. The Mexicans love to do it slow roasted on a comal, which is that big flat pan. While the garlic is roasting, we're going to first wipe down the chilies with a wet paper towel just to get off any dust or less desirable stuff that might be on them. And then one by one, you'll break them apart. We've got 10 Cascabel chilies. As I said before, Cascabel means rattle. And then you're going to reserve the seeds and reserve the chilies, and then we'll toss the stems, give it to the chickens or the compost pile. And you've got a lot of seeds, so you really don't have to worry too much about losing a few here or there or being too thorough, although they really do add something to the flavor. And one by one, you just rip them apart. Then I'm going to move aside the garlic. It's still roasting. It should be pretty dark, the papers, by the time we're done. But in the meantime, we're going to, on a medium-high comal or grill or skillet, you're going to roast the chilies. And you'll see a small wisp of smoke come up when they're done. If you don't do this, the whole thing tastes kind of bland and unfinished. But if you overdo this, you can have kind of a bitter sauce, which isn't really very nice for anybody. And I'm rearranging those garlic cloves because they're in the way. As you can see, they're starting to burn. They'll soften and get really buttery, and you have just a really incredible flavor. After the chilies are done, you remove them from your comal or pan, and you're going to make room because here come the chili seeds. Now, quickly, you want to spread those out. These can burn you just can't even turn your back on them, or you'll be with the kind of nasty, really dark ones. But you do want to push it so that they're as dark as they can be without burning. And as soon as they're done, and they'll be popping, excuse me, and letting you know it's time, you empty them into the bottle of a, that's not a word, carafe, isn't it? I'm not sure. Anyway, of the blender. You're going to blend them. And one by one, you'll add the other ingredients too. But first, I'm trying to get all these toasted seeds from the Cascabel into the jar of the blender. Then I'm going to add the chilies themselves and break them up a little bit so the blender doesn't have to do all the work. I'm not really sure that's necessary, but it makes me feel like I'm helping. And then we'll add 2/3 a cup of plain water. And then I'm going to grind some sea salt. Of course, it's our Rancho Gordo sea salt from the Yucatan. I'll be using some tomatoes. If it was in season, I would have roasted the tomatoes just like I did the chilies and everything and the garlic. But it's winter when we're filming this, and that's not very nice. So we're going to be using canned whole peeled tomatoes. I think the whole peeled ones, especially good quality, are much better than the broken up ones. And then here at the end, I'm just taking down that roasted garlic and adding the tomatoes. Sort of a medium. I think I have it on low. There's no point in going nuts. And you want them well blended, but you still want it sort of chunky and have some texture. And there you have it. It's going to thicken up a little bit, but not a whole lot. And this is pretty much it. I think it's really delicious. It goes on vegetables. It will go on grilled meats, anywhere you want. Quesadilla. And there you have it, Cascabel chili salsa.